Welcome back to Statistics Made Simple, and I am Savita Balsang. In this video, I will continue with the third measure of dispersion, which is the mean deviation. From this topic, again you will get a 5-mark question, and here I will explain the mean deviation for raw, discrete and continuous data and also discuss the merits and demerits. The mean deviation of a set of values is defined as the mean of the absolute deviations of a set of values from the central value. Now, this definition is also important. The central value is nothing but the average, and usually for the mean deviation, the central value is chosen as the mean, median, or mode. Though the average can be even the geometric mean and harmonic mean, but we use only the mean, median and mode for mean deviation. Now, at the end of this slide, under note, I have explained the absolute sign because in the definition I have used absolute deviations. So, the absolute sign is nothing but two straight lines, and within those two straight lines a value is written. For example, under subdivision A, I have modulus. So the absolute sign is also read as the modulus sign. So modulus of 3. So 3 is a positive number. So modulus of a positive number will remain positive. So modulus of 3 is equal to 3. Second subdivision, modulus of minus 3 becomes 3. So remember that the modulus of a negative value becomes positive, whereas the modulus of a positive value will remain positive. So this is a very important point. And be careful that whenever you write the formulae for mean deviation, don't use round brackets. The problem or the formula will be marked wrong. It is two straight lines. So it is also called as the absolute sign, or it is called as the modulus sign. So let's start with the computation procedure of the mean deviation. First subdivision A, for raw data. You know that for raw data only a set of x values will be given. So start with, suppose x1, x2, so on xn are n observations, then the mean deviation from any average A. So in general, I am denoting the average or the central value by capital A, and capital A can be either the mean, median or mode, and it has to be replaced by the notation for mean, median or mode based on the problem. So the formula is given by MD of A equal to summation modulus of x minus A divided by small n. In particular, the mean deviation from the mean is given by MD of x bar. So instead of capital A, now replace it by x bar, which is equal to summation modulus of x minus x bar divided by small n, where you have to use the formula for x bar for raw data, which is nothing but summation x divided by small n. So whenever we solve problems on mean deviation, you have to be thorough with the calculations of the arithmetic mean, median and mode for raw data, for discrete data and for continuous data. Similarly, the mean deviation from the median is given by MD of M equal to summation modulus x minus M divided by N. Here again, M should be calculated based on raw data. Next is mean deviation from the mode, which is given by MD of Z equal to summation modulus of x minus z divided by n, and z is calculated using the formula which we had learnt for raw data. Now we will learn how to calculate mean deviation for discrete data. So suppose x1, x2, so on xn are n observations, and f1, f2, so on fn are their corresponding frequencies. Then the mean deviation from any average A is given by, there will be only a small change now, md of A equal to, it will be summation f into modulus x minus A divided by the numerator has only an extra term which is f, and the denominator instead of small n will have capital N. So the formula is md of A equal to summation f into modulus of x minus A divided by capital N, where capital N is equal to summation f. So the mean deviation from the mean for discrete data will be md of x bar equal to summation f into modulus x minus x bar divided by capital N, and mean deviation from the mean is given by md of m equal to summation f into modulus x minus m by n, and mean deviation from the mode is given by md of z equal to summation f into modulus x minus z divided by n. Now remember that x bar, m and z should be calculated based on the method or the formula which we have learnt for discrete data. Subdivision C, we learn how to compute the mean deviation for continuous data. So let x1, x2, so on xn be the midpoints of n class intervals, and f1, f2, so on fn be their corresponding frequencies. Then the mean deviation from any average A is given by md of A equal to summation f into modulus x minus A divided by capital N, where capital N is equal to summation f. So you'll observe that the mean deviation formula for discrete data and continuous data is the same. But there is a lot of difference in the calculation of the median and the mode for discrete data and continuous data, whereas the calculation of the arithmetic mean is kind of similar for discrete data and continuous data. So what is the formula for mean deviation from the mean for continuous data? It will be same like the one for discrete data, that is md of x bar is equal to summation f into modulus of x minus x bar divided by capital N, and mean deviation from the median is given by md of m equal to summation f into modulus of x minus m divided by n. And the mean deviation from the mode is given by md of z equal to summation f into modulus of x minus z divided by capital N. And the coefficient of mean deviation has the formula coefficient of md of A is equal to md of A divided by A, where A can be either the mean, median or mode based on the given problem. Now you will understand this entire concept when we solve problems in my next video. Let us now learn some of the merits of the mean deviation. First, the mean deviation is simple to understand. Second, it is based on every value of the series. Third, it is rigidly defined. Fourth, it is a flexible measure because it can be calculated using the mean, median or mode. Fifth is mean deviation is not affected by extreme values. There are more demerits of the mean deviation. First is that the mean deviation ignores the algebraic signs while taking deviations of the values. This means that while calculating mean deviation, we are using the modulus function or the absolute sign, which makes all the deviations as positive. Therefore, it ignores the negative signs of the deviations. Second point, the mean deviation may not give a reliable answer. We get different answers when the mean deviation is calculated from the mean, median, or the mode. The third demerit is it is not much used for further algebraic treatment. And fourth, it cannot be computed for data with open end class intervals. The fifth demerit is while computing mean deviation, the median is preferred, but median is not a good measure when the values of the data vary widely. And the sixth demerit is calculation of the mean deviation becomes tedious or difficult when the values of the mean, median, or mode are in decimals. I'll conclude with a note which will be asked as a one marker. The mean deviation is always the least when it is measured from the median. Now, there are many merits and demerits of the mean deviation. Please learn at least 2 to 3 of each one of them. Thank you all for watching and look out for my next video where I'll find solutions to problems based on mean deviation.